long is it really? I mean,
20-something years.
20-something years.
20, yeah.
What was it like first time you guys stepped back into the studio and banged out these songs?
Well, the first thing was the rehearsal that we did. The studio was great.
Yeah.
But I had that track done, Rock and Roll's the Only Way Out, and he just sang over that.
How was the rehearsal?
Well, I got in the room with the band, and I said, well, let's do Let It Ride. So we start, and we all sing goodbye. And when it gets to the dunk, and he went, you can see the morning. We just looked at each other and smiled. That was it. All we had was, you can see the morning. It was there. It was all there. And after that, it was like, wow.
Wow.
Cruising.
Yeah. It's amazing your voice hasn't, it's got more growl to it. It's you know.
Well, it's got something.
Which I mean, it's a good thing.
It's great that it's hung on like that.
No kidding. That's quite amazing, actually.
Yeah,
I mean, you can really hear that in the song "Rolling Along."
Yeah,
the growl in there.
A lot of the reviewers have said, the gravel truck is back with another load of gravel. It's like the cement truck is back. The Turner Cement Company.
That's hilarious. You were talking about how fast this thing sold out, the CDs and the vinyl, and there are more pressings on the way.
Yeah, it's being rushed into the store, especially for Christmas, especially in the States.
Exactly.
And you can't get the vinyl. I mean, that's really good, but we got to get it back out there. I mean, everybody's pressing and doing, caught everybody by surprise, which is really nice.
Yeah. Were you surprised?
Yeah, because there's really no record stores anymore. But, because of iTunes and our own website, like BachmanTurner.com, we're getting a lot of hits. And that's where we're selling a lot of the vinyl because people just don't know where to go to shop anymore.
Yeah, I know.
It's quite different in London. Their HMVs have survived in London. They have also in Canada. But when you go there, there's very little new bands. It's all compilations, and it's guys like us with new stuff. Everything's quite classic rock there. They really embrace the genre there, big time.
And you were talking about the Classic Rock Awards and the magazine and in the online edition as well, which is booming.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
It's a whole new industry there. They just, they started with Classic Rock magazine about 3 years ago and a radio station.
Yeah.
And then since they've added Classic Rock Heavy Metal magazine, and then now they've added Classic Rock AOR, album-oriented rock, with bands like Journey and things like that. And I was at the awards, and Neil Schon is one of the happiest guys in the world, from Journey. He wrote a lot of those hits, and because of Glee and a couple other shows, I mean, Journey's doing a world tour. Journey, and I also saw Mick Jones there. Their opening act is Foreigner, and then Tommy Shaw and Styx and the guys. So that's a great package of what you call melodic rock over there, and touring and selling out. It's for next year, but the sellouts are coming already ahead of time. And we're looking at touring with the Doobie Brothers, doing a bunch of other shows. We're a little bit more heavier rock than that, more highway driving, kind of rock and roll.
Exactly.
But the thing to do is get together with your old buddies and put on a really good 3 or 4 hour show of the music you guys play at Rock 101, the great classic rock that everyone can sing to and drive to and play drums on your dashboard and that kind of thing,
You were saying this is the first album that was 9 cuts on it?
Yes, because it was vinyl, you can only put maybe 20 minutes and a few seconds on each side because each song is 4.5 minutes long.
Yeah.
If you try to put too much sound on vinyl, you're making your grooves smaller, and then the level goes down, so you don't have a loud album. So you want a loud rock album, you put like 20 minutes aside. And so I had 4, BTO 1, 8 songs, 4 aside, BTO 2, 8 songs. Came to this one, 8 songs, and one song was a work song that I had stuttered in to mix one version and send it to my brother in Winnipeg, who stuttered, who I was playing a little trick on. And when the head of our label flew in and heard the album, he said, wow, there's a great track, and the Roll Onto the Highway is a great track, but I want to hear something that follows Let It Ride and Taking Care of Business.
Yeah.
It's going to get on Top 40 radio, because you guys have got the album market down. And I said, Charlie, that's it. There's 8 songs. We're going home. We got 3 days with our wives and kids and another 90-day tour. And the engineer said, play him the work track. And he said, there's another song. And I said, no, it's a lousy song. The guitars aren't in tune. I'm stuttering. I'm blabbering. I'm doing bad Van Morrison impressions in the ending. And he said, play the song. And I played it. And he said, it's magic. Put it on the album. And I said, you got to be kidding. Let me tune the guitars. He said, no, it's magical. He said, when you play the whole album, that song seems to lift off it. I think it's the jangling high guitars. And suddenly in comes the chorus with the big heavy metal, the big chords. And I put it on the album, and they started to play it in Seattle. They started to play it in Vancouver. He said, you got to put it out as a single. And I said, Charlie, it'll be the end of the band. It's really bad. And he said, bad means good now. It's starting to mean something good. That's what this. And he put it out. It went to #1 in 22 countries and was our only million-selling single. Jeez. And it was, and after that, my brother stopped stuttering. A good ending.